Scarlet King is a badass final boss mode, Eldritch God type of thing in an action role play a game for just an action game in general. We need an action game of the SCPs and the final boss to be something like the Scarlet King and the Gate Guardian, like two final bosses. That would be an epic thing. And Scarlet King would be one of the epicest, most final bosses we have. I really want to see that. Anyone that wants to take this idea, you're more than welcome to, because he is just final boss material. Anyways, hello my sexy muffins and welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing Scarlet King as a mini series of Scarlet King with D-Class Chosen Bride Female D-Class Listener. That is highly specific, but it was requested highly specific, so we shall do it. Of course, they didn't ask for female, so it was up in the air if they were gender neutral, male or female. I decided to do female because I'm going to be using the term bride of the Scarlet King, and since I don't give anyone, misgender anyone, it's just easier to say it's a female listener. Guys, you can still listen to it too you want. I'm sorry if it makes you a little uncomfy, but hey, if you want to listen to it, feel fine to listen to it. And if you would like to see me do male listeners, you can suggest that in your requests below for a specific gender for your thing, and I will do my best to fill it out for you, thank you. But if it's the base of a Yandere, I always do gender neutral so it fits as many people as possible. Thank you, and now let's do this. Scarlet King as a Yandere for D-Class Female Chosen Bride Listener. Let's do this. Badoop. Okay, you first were chosen before you even committed a crime. Of course, you are a death row inmate, but this time it is not your fault. The children of the Scarlet King took you and made it look like you killed 30 people. They all took their lives in what looked like you committed mass murder to make it look like you killed them all. No one believed you when you said you were innocent and did not even know who the heck they were. So you were sentenced to the death penalty for 30 counts of murder and acts against humanity. The Foundation had a hunch that you did not kill them, as they knew the people dead were the children of the Scarlet King. Though they wanted to know why you were framed by the children of the Scarlet King. So they decided to test you with the Scarlet King himself. First mistake they made. Now the Scarlet King knew who you were. He had been watching you. He chose you to be his. He was obsessed with you since the moment he came across you, and has been watching you for a couple years now, maybe even your whole life. But as you grew older and grew up, he wanted you more and more in different ways. He didn't want you as a child. He thought this would be a good subject to have under me. But then when you became a woman, those feelings changed to something much more intimate. Yeah. Why did he want you? Skip that. And he then had his children of the Scarlet King do this act, taking their lives and framing you so he could be one step closer. Why did he want you in the hands of the SCP? Simple. This was the only way he could make you his bride. So we waited, and then he was finally able to meet you. He was tall, powerful, and in control. And the SCP just handed him like a wrapped gift. He told you who he was, and he would be your husband, and that you only had to wait so long for him. Then he gave you his mark, burning it into your flesh, so all knew that you belonged to him, the Scarlet King. He has stalked you for a long time, framed you, and now he has marked you. You are his. The SCP don't take kindly to this. They know that they can't kill you now because it would be too great of a risk for their world. But they also cannot let you leave. So you are forever prisoner of the SCP. Your only chance of getting out to be having the Scarlet King take over, control the world, and make you his blushing bride. Okay, that is just the first one. We're going to do layers of this, of how the Scarlet King courts you, comes to you in dreams, does all that stuff, and eventually, when you become his blushing bride and become the Red Queen, yes, you will be the Red Queen, and you shall crush the SCP. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this and me being a little gremlin at the end. If you want to see more of Scarlet King as with you as the darling in the D-Class form, comment below what you would like to see. I'm going to do a lot of different scenarios with this, but I would love to hear your suggestions. And if you want to see any other SCP as a Yandere, comment them below, and I will do the best I can to do them. And I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye-bye! Yes, the Scarlet King dead boss today.